Hi guys, I hope you're well. I'm just reflecting this morning. It's actually it's afternoon now. And I was thinking about what video I should share today because I hadn't pre-recorded to post in advance. And for whatever reason, I was thinking about a particular ex of mine. I'm not really sure what triggered it, but I was just thinking how uh, when we were dating, I was so in love, and I didn't really pay attention to how we're not compatible. And I went on a date with a guy with very similar characteristics. And even the first time I'd met him, I thought, oh my God, this guy reminds me of my ex. And it wasn't necessarily a good thing. And not that my ex was a bad person, actually. He's probably one of my favorite boyfriends and ex-boyfriends because he's such an amazing person. But we're just not compatible. You know how it is. Anyway, so they're very similar in traits, very similar in interests. And a thought came to me, the love I had for my ex-boyfriend blinded the truth of who he was in reality. I'll say that in a different way. Don't let the love you have for someone blind you from the truth of who they are. And this leads me to what the intention of today's video is. And it's based on something that God revealed to me, I want to say a couple of months ago, because I know I shared it with a couple of friends in my family. And it's based on this verse. Allow me to read. I'm just going to look. It's Matthew chapter 22, verse 36 to 40. And it's basically where the Pharisees and the Sadducees are trying to trap Jesus, right? And just questioning him and questioning things. So they ask him in verse 36, teacher or rabbi, which is the greatest commandment in the law, right? So I think they expected him to say an actual law for those times. And he says, and Jesus replies, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. And the second is like it, is love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. So therefore, this verse is asking us to do two things: to turn our love to God. God then refines and purifies that love, pours it in abundance back to you. Okay? So the love that you have is not enough. So for it to be more than enough, you need to turn your love to Christ, to God. Then he purifies it, refines it, pours it back to you, and it's sufficient for you and for you to give to others. In using my ex as an example, our love strategies were different. I loved God, and then God would give me the love to love him, while he just loved me. And eventually it wasn't sufficient because he didn't have enough to love himself and love me. And so in the end we were not compatible. So my question to you is, who is your source of love? Is your source of love God? Is your source of love yourself or other people? Then if your source of love is other people and yourself, that's why love hurts. That's why we say love hurts. Love doesn't hurt if you pour your love to God for him to refine it, purify it, and give it to you in abundance so that you can give to yourself and to others. So I hope that speaks to somebody. But the message of today, let not the love that you have for another blind you for the truth of who they are and what is actually really happening. Number two, ask yourself, who is your source of love? And if you're in a relationship, it's worthy asking them, who is their source of love? And then you'll see where the stem or the root of some of your problems will come from. I hope that blesses somebody. I hope that touches somebody. And yeah, have yourself a lovely rest of the day, and I wish you a great week ahead. Continue following the Faith Faucet page on Instagram at @lashangela_ on all platforms, the Profound Thinker on YouTube, and share this message with other people you think it will bless. Until next time, take care.